Howdy, y'all. It's Ryan from RNA Music.
And Angela.
Right here in
Deep in the heart of
Texas.
Hey! You're not me.
What?
You're not me.
I am you, just clean shaven.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Angela again.
And I'm Paul.
And that's Paul.
That's Paul.
But you can't see. There he is.
There he is. And we're going to answer your questions.
Yes, we are.
And I'm just hanging out.
Yeah. And he's just with us today.
First question. Ryan Workman. Love the Metallica footage experience. My favorite concert experience was at the Unearth concert. Chatted with Ken Susie before the show about gear and such. And then he ate my phone. Nice.
Nice.
Let's see. Where's the question? Not sure if you answered this yet or not, but have you gotten to try out the new Chapman's? Thoughts? No, I haven't actually, because I did not go to the NAMM show this past year, and currently we are not carrying Chapman guitars.
Nope.
A lot of changes up with the new distribution and how they're doing with the new line. So
Yeah.
right now, no, I haven't had a chance. Maybe the next winter NAMM. Ooh, what'd you do?
People didn't want to see me.
It just turned. The phone.
I don't do well
it
on
just
the
turned.
camera.
We're good. Yeah.
Maybe the next winter NAMM, I'll get a chance to like put my hands on them. But
Yeah.
currently, no.
Right.
Thanks for the question, Ryan.
Yes.
Is anybody else? I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. Anybody else think Metallica's overrated?
Shut up.
Oh my God.
I said it!
You're fired.
I don't think anybody thinks
Fired.
that. Paul. I think
He's
you're
fired.
the only
You're
one.
Fired. Yeah.
Oh, no,
All right, Ronnie can answer that question.
Yeah, yeah.
Next question,
You can totally
Ronnie.
answer that.
I can vouch for the Mark 525. It's a monster. We're talking about Mesa Boogie amps. You have a Mesa Boogie.
I do. We bought it because it had a blue light.
Blue light.
Blue light. Me and Ryan looked at several bass
Yeah.
amps. The guy hit a switch, a blue light came on, and I was like,
Guys
sold,
in there.
sold.
Yeah. Lights.
Now it also shook the entire bass room when he played it,
It
so
did
that was
that,
pretty.
too.
That
Yeah,
was
that's pretty
I
awesome.
mean, that didn't take much hitting one note
me.
on one string. But anyway,
So Ronnie's got some comments about Mesas. We were talking about that last week. And then, all right, question time. This is, what is the one piece of gear you didn't buy that you've been regretting?
Oh goodness.
All of it.
Yeah.
the guitar.
Is there anything that was the gear that got away?
Right.
I should have bought a guitar a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Was there one piece you had sold that you regret? All right, so piece of gear that I didn't buy that I regret. Will you hand me that guitar over there,
This one?
Mr. Bass Player?
This
Yeah,
one?
the pretty one.
Well, I think that one's pretty.
Well, they're both pretty because they're both black. But so I got
His
this.
gear.
Check out my Schecter.
There you go.
Nice. I got this pretty sweet Schecter Hellraiser Extreme. It's a neck through body, right? Maple neck through. My favorite color, black, maple fretboard.
Yes, it's really pretty
Yeah.
actually.
So what I wanted was the Solo 6 version, which is the single cut version of this. It's kind of, Les Paul-ish, but kind of more curvy. A more
Paul-ish.
curvy Paul. But
The way I'm eating, it's going to be that way shortly.
Right.
but I was looking at one online. I
Really?
kept thinking about buying it. Kept thinking I'd buy it from this place in Florida. I kept putting it off, and then I finally went to buy it. And they're like, "Oh, sorry, dude, we just sold it an hour ago." And I was like, "Dang it!" But then I found this one. That wasn't the right body shape. It had everything else that I wanted, but it was a different body shape.
Right.
And I bought it anyways. And I like this guitar, but I really wanted the Solo 6 version of it, and now I can't find one anywhere. So I regret not getting that first choice.
Yeah.
As far as any gear that I sold that I regret was probably my very first electric guitar. I traded it in to a Guitar Center.
The Explorer?
The Takamine.
Oh.
Remember the wooden one I had before the Explorer?
I just remember the Explorer. And that was back in high school, like many moons ago.
That was like 10 years ago.
That's
Few
like
moons.
Star Wars moons
Quite
ago.
a few moons ago.
That was like 10 years ago. But yeah, so my first electric guitar that I had, I traded it off to Guitar Center for an Ibanez, and I didn't even keep the Ibanez, and I really regret that one. That's the one, more than anything else, that I regret getting rid of, because I was just stupid. I was 17 or 18, and just wasn't thinking straight.
Yeah.
Thought I wanted a pointy guitar, but,
Yeah. Hey,
yeah. So,
it changes.
Yeah, that's the one. All right, now, Ronnie has a question for Angela. Angela,
Okay.
do you have any favorite artists that would make you look like Ryan did shaking James Hetfield's hand? So excited.
Yeah, he was just like, ah!
If you were to meet them or shake their hand in person. So,
Ugh.
who
No.
would make you giddy, like James Hetfield giddy?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. A lot of the people that would have done that are dead now. So
All right. Is it living or dead? Does it matter?
yeah, does it matter?
Give-
Maybe like Whitney Houston would have been like, what?
The ultimate, if you could have met.
Yeah,
a
if I
musical
could have
hero.
like late '80s, early '90s Whitney. Yeah, that would have been just like, that would have been phenomenal. I think probably now.
Pre-crack Whitney.
Yes, bless her sweet little heart. Oh, bless her. Pre-Bobby
Pre-Bobby Whitney.
Whitney.
There we go. That solves a lot of problems.
Yes. Let's try to think. I don't know. There's so many. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't know. There's Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
I almost met him at NAMM. He walked past me.
Did he see you?
He did not see me, but I saw him.
But I was
Like, there's Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
I took a picture. Like, so I was like, oh, just hanging out with
See
Stevie
that?
Wonder at
See, this
NAMM.
is what we get. Yeah. No. Yeah. Stevie Wonder. Yeah. There you go. I
This
would
is a-
totally, if I saw him, even if I just saw him, I would probably be
Squeal
like,
a little bit.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of did that.
Next Level Live, Ronald
Mine would,
Baker says.
That would be the Spice Girls. I'd be like, baby.
So tell me what you want, what's really real.
Ginger.
Because you met Green Day.
I've met Green Day, and then I had an epiphany this year about that, so
Yeah.
I'm still in denial about a lot of stuff.
That's pretty epic,
Right?
though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty epic.
All right, what about a piece
That's
of
cool.
gear that
You regret.
you regret letting go?
I didn't let it go as much as it left me.
Let it go.
I had a very weird bass. My very first bass was a Honer. I mean, do they make Honers anymore?
I don't think so.
Honer did not have a headstock, and it didn't have a body, so it was just a little box in a neck.
It was like a Steinberger, but like
Yeah.
a cheap version.
And it was the best sounding bass I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
I remember that bass.
It'd be a little small on me today, but yeah, it was.
That's pretty cool.
That was
got
my first
stolen.
bass. I wouldn't have been
pretty
able to
cool.
hang it up on the wall or anything.
So you lost your first real bass,
It-
and I traded off my first real electric guitar.
I was robbed.
Oh,
I lost
These
two
guys,
basses
these
and
guys.
amps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a sad day because I went and I replaced all of it, and then 2 weeks later got robbed again by the same guy.
By the same
should've-
guy.
And-
Not fun.
And he was camping out across the street in the woods for me and watched me every day.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, you should have bought a gun instead.
Well, I got one now.
He won't be doing that.
Just
again.
note to those. Note to those.
Note to self.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
wearing my favorite
That is awesome.
Dexter.
serial killer shirt.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, in case you just joined over here on Facebook and Instagram, we're shooting our Ask RNA video for YouTube.
Yes.
It is not live. It's being recorded. We're going to come back and edit that. But
Yeah.
we're letting you guys see the behind the scenes of us shooting.
Facebook and YouTube.
shoot our Ask RNA.
Renee.
So,
That's a good question.
what was the question?
Yes.
Spice Girls.
Any piece of gear you didn't buy that you regret?
Hold on. Baby, if you watch this, Baby Spice, single.
He's available
Oh
for
my
a Spice
God.
Girl.
Spice Girls.
No.
Only year I didn't buy. Actually, this new sector that I was about to say, every time I bought a new bass, I thought it was the best one, and then something new came along, and next thing you know, it's my favorite. I actually went back to playing a 4-string from a 5-string.
That was surprising.
That was surprising because
Yeah.
the sound quality is so awesome on this new bass, which Ryan just says it's my strings. Because I.
His bass sounds awesome. I was
Rusty
well, it does
old
have new
strings.
He
strings
goes,
on it.
why does it sound so
Rusty
good?
old
New
strings.
strings.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Crazy.
get like tetanus when I play on my other basses because I don't change strings.
Put some old strings on that bass and see how it sounds. So Aaron's asking, favorite pickups besides EMG? Thinking about replacing the stock ones in my S2 Standard 22.
And Aaron Anthony said,
Yo, that's Anthony Icavangelio.
Yes.
Icavangelo.
Yo.
I
Yo.
like that name.
Yeah. Italians in the house.
Sucks.
So
Ciao.
Italian.
How you
So
doing?
what pickups?
I would some other EMGs. No, if it was other than EMGs, I really like the Seymour Duncan, the custom in the bridge, and the 59 in the neck. I think it's a great combination,
There you go.
Aaron. So there you go.
There you go.
All right, back to the YouTube questions. Diesel Power. What's the blue guitar in the background? It looks so tempting in all your videos. Well, it's not in this background.
Not
Oh,
this
I was
Last
background.
week's background. That is a Heritage H155, which is basically like a Les Paul custom.
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Nope, on the other wall.
That's my Epiphone.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was about to say it's Angela's guitar. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
no.
That's
It's a
Lola's.
Heritage,
That's Lola's.
which is built in the old Gibson factories where they built all the guitars from the 50s, 60s, 70s. It's basically like a Les Paul custom with a flame top and Neptune blue burst finish.
So pretty.
It's pretty awesome. It's
Pretty.
run about $2,800, which is about $2,000 less than the Gibson Les
Yeah.
Paul custom. So yeah, it is a beautiful guitar. We'll do some more videos with it coming up soon, hopefully. So
Yeah.
thanks for the question, Diesel Power.
That's awesome. That's a great name.
That's a very manly name.
Diesel Power.
It really is.
It is.
There's no. Yeah. Unless it's a
Vin
girl
Diesel
who likes
Power.
Ben. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. You guys seen Mystery Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's what's your name? And he's like Dirk. And he says something like Blackheart or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
we
Dirk
haven't watched that in
Blackheart.
a long
I
time.
need to
Yeah.
change my name. 'cause
Hey, Rhonda.
Paul just doesn't sound like a really manly name. Hi, I'm Paul.
Yeah.
The bitter bass player
Bitter
sounds
bass player.
a
That
little bit
sounds a
cooler.
little bit better.
All right, next question. Mike Barker. Okay, I vote bring the retro Star Wars theme shirt back.
Yeah, we don't.
The Force tee. That's what we call it.
Force.
I don't want to get sued by Disney, so I call it the Force.
Yes.
Questions. What are your favorite types of students to teach? Understanding that you value all of your students. Beginners with no experience, no bad habits, or students a novice, advanced skill level in your experience who are easier to teach. Children or adults? Great question. I can answer that.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
can answer that.
can
Go
answer
ahead.
that.
Paul can answer that.
I don't
Yeah.
teach anymore, but I can answer
He used
this.
Yeah,
to.
he has to.
Um,
Hey, Alex.
You know, my favorite students to teach are ones that are highly motivated. Because
That's the truth.
yeah, I've had a few students who are extremely motivated to learn, and I mean, they just like listen to whatever I tell them. Like, do this, and they're like, okay, and they do it.
Yeah.
And then I say, do this, and they, okay, do this.
Yeah.
Go work on this, and they do it.
And then the position.
You know, and that can be, you know, those students can be young or old. You know, my first student was Brianna. Not my first student, but my first really highly motivated student was Brianna, who was a drum student of mine. And she took lessons
Yeah.
for 7 years. And when she was 10, she was super motivated to practice everything I gave her
Oh, yeah.
and work
she
really hard.
Ate it up. Ate
And
it up.
she came to her lessons prepared and was ready for the next lesson. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so that was great. And I've had young students who are not motivated, and I've had older students who are motivated and not motivated. So the age
Yeah.
level doesn't really matter to me.
And one of his unmotivated
Yeah.
ones to learn.
He's a
guitar.
terrible
I'm
student.
horrible.
He's
student.
terrible. I can't teach
He'll
him.
show me something once every 6
Yeah.
months, and I'll
This is
practice it.
Paul's talking for those of you on Facebook.
But
Is
so
that Facebook?
Yes.
so
Okay.
Facebook, we're
Instagram.
Facebook Live and Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so really just the highly motivated students, and it can be really any age. As far as like skill level, I think beginners more, because intermediate and to upper intermediate students, they know enough to kind of be dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
and they know that they don't know everything, but they kind of sometimes think they know. Because I'll say, okay, we need to go home and practice this. They're like, well, I don't want to practice that.
Yeah, I
like,
want to go
well,
on to this.
To get where you want to go, you need to practice this. And they're
Right.
like, well, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Well, okay then. I don't know why
That
you're here.
doesn't help me. Help
You might
you.
not want to do that, but your favorite
Help me,
guitar
help me,
player
help
in
me.
that part you want to learn, he
Yeah.
does that.
Yes.
Or she.
Or she. Yeah.
So sometimes the further along people are, the less they are to take advice.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of depends. But that also depends. I've had students come in that, like, I mean, they knew how to play some things,
Mm-hmm.
but they knew that they weren't very good. Like, they didn't know any scales or lead things. And so
Right,
I could
right.
teach them that. They're like, okay. So really, for me, it comes down to motivation.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I agree completely. I like teaching the beginners. Of course, I teach voice, so it's a little bit
And ukulele.
and ukulele. Woo! I love ukulele actually, but with voice, it's really tricky because again, we're not talking about an instrument. They're talking about them personally. So I love having beginners or people who they just don't think their voice is very good, and they just have this mental block, because then I can get them. You see results a little bit faster. It's more rewarding, I think, to get someone who's never taken voice, has never been in a choir, that already has that predisposition for singing like choral type music. I love that raw, so it's like just a lump of clay, and we can just get who they are and what their real voice is out. So I love that. I like having people who do know a little bit about music, because then you don't have to, the frustration is still, it's like a balance. I don't know. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a frustration with having someone who doesn't know music, because the understanding of scales and pitch and rhythm is already there, so we can hit the ground running of really just cultivating, getting that. So there's blessings for both, I think. But yeah, those real seasoned, especially if they like a certain style of music, especially if they have been taught chorale music, like choral, like choir type music, it is so hard to get them out of that mindset, especially younger people. But it's fun because I like a challenge. So yeah, I like it, both. So
mine is students that actually practice.
That too.
I mean, you could be an intermediate or a beginner, and I've had both, and the beginners practiced more than the intermediate, and I could not stand the intermediate players, because they would just come in and think they know it, and they didn't want to progress because they thought that, like he said, they know it all.
Right.
But I've actually had to fire students. I've gone out and told parents, I was like, I'm sorry, but you're just wasting your money. I was like, he hasn't practiced one thing in 3 weeks. I was like,
right.
We've done that.
So
we've done that, and
it's
even in our clause of when parents sign up. Like, we don't like our time wasted, and we don't want your money wasted. So tell your child to practice, because we're not magic makers. It's just like with any subject that they learn. A teacher can only take you so far. You have to go home and do your homework, or you're not going to pass. So,
and then practice is important. Yeah, and then I had those students who would jump to the end and skip the beginning and middle. They'd come in to her lesson playing Victor Wooten harmonics, when I'm like,
I know who you're talking about.
It's like stuff I could barely play, and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, all right, well, let's try a 1-4-5 blues pattern, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, they were way unbalanced.
Yeah, it's like they practiced the hardest stuff but didn't get the basics. So he's like, I want to play gigs. I'm like, you can't play gigs if you don't learn.
You can't play Victor Wooten in gigs. A blues gig.
Well, unless he got sick one day and they called you up.
Unless you had to go play in Victor's band.
Yes.
I mean, I still give myself lessons. I actually take lessons online, because there's always something you can learn.
There's always something.
And online's better because you don't get that stare or that when you screw up.
Yeah.
You just hit pause and go, I suck.
At a certain
level,
point, at a certain point, we've talked about this, that you can, because people are like, well, I try to learn from YouTube or try to learn from this whatever, and for beginners that's kind of hard to do, because you don't have a context, you don't have that feedback of like, just move your wrist like this. Oh my gosh, I can do that. Well, a video can't tell you that. But once you're at a point, you're like what I call like way upper intermediate to getting close to the advanced levels. You know how to play, and there's a lot of things you can go find, a lot of resources at that level. I learned stuff a lot of times from videos and books and things, because I'm like, well, okay, I'm past that beginner stage.
Right.
Finally. But, this is one thing Ryan always made fun of me for, is I'm self-taught, and if I would have known how bad of a teacher I was, I would have never gone to myself. But no one ever taught me how to hold a pick or to pick on a bass. I always played with fingers. So when I started, I upstroke. So everything I do, I upstroke. Up pick, whatever.
Yeah.
So Ryan's like, oh my god, you're like the fastest up picker I've ever seen, because I upstroke, or up, whatever you call it.
The battery's about to die.
Oh my god.
That's because you're doing this with your fingers.
Doing this.
And then when you went to pick, I think you thought, well, this is normal.
Yeah.
We go up. But I'm like, no, you go down. Downstroke.
Still can't downstroke.
There you go.
All right. I gotta change this battery on this camera.
All right.
Hopefully it's charged. All right, so what we may do is we'll finish up the questions on that we have for the Ask RNA, and then we may hang out and answer some live questions.
Yes.
That may or may not.
Yes.
Make it
So
on the
bear
video.
with us. Y'all are just basically watching this film. So if we don't look at you, we're looking at the camera.
We've only got one more question to answer for the YouTube.
Yes.
And then we'll maybe talk to the
hang
people
out
who
with
are
y'all.
live. So.
Yes.
All right. Back in the room. New battery.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Oh, well, this battery's kind of low too. Let's hurry up. Next question. Corman Schiermeyer. Hey, Corman.
Hey.
What did your parents think about your love for metal music? And Angela, how is Lolli's Loops doing? Well, that's a really good question, Corman.
Mm-hmm.
My parents were not super thrilled about the Pantera
I
and
bet
Metallica. They were definitely not rockers at all.
They're very like Christian Baptist country,
Yeah.
maybe.
And my dad likes like old music.
Old, like Gaither, like he likes
Yeah.
Southern gospel type stuff.
And my mom does not really listen to music. She was not really a musician.
She really
was not really
isn't.
into.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, they would listen to what I was listening to, and I remember one time she was just kind of like,
Interesting.
I don't know
I
about
can totally
that.
see
you
Rose
know.
do that.
She let me listen to it, and she told me before, because I had some CDs that I got that I liked the music, but I didn't really care about the
Tim Worley joined.
I didn't really care about
What's up, Tim?
some of the lyrical content.
Sorry.
Right.
But you know, eventually I was like, well, I kind of got rid of some of those CDs, and one time she told me, she's like, well, I always knew that you'd probably, you know, adjust.
Grow out of it.
It wasn't really grow out of it, but it was kind of like,
You would drop those evil ways one day.
because you know, you could have some heavy music that's got some positive
May the
stuff
power of
to it.
Christ compel you.
Yes, we were talking about that just the other day about a lot of songs, like even some Metallica songs or Black Sabbath songs were mostly political
Yeah.
instead of like worship at the altar of Satan. So a lot of it is really it was mostly political, and a lot of music from the 70s, late 60s and 70s were political.
Yeah.
So,
Now I wasn't really into like the really heavy dark metal stuff where they're just the lyrical content is about
It's
killing
Satan.
I don't know.
It's-
Oh, I was
killing,
gonna say,
It's all
and
about the
all that
Satan.
kind of stuff.
do
no, we
Slipknot,
don't
did
listen
you?
to that. We don't bring it into our
I know
home
you did
either.
Sepultura for a while.
Yeah, well, you know, they were
I
very
did not
political
like
too.
them.
You don't know good music,
I
Paul.
do know good music.
Hi, Tabitha.
Led Zeppelin is good music.
Yeah, that's good.
Yo,
music.
loves it.
Just singing about girls and
Any kind of punk,
Yeah.
it's good
Yeah,
music.
we listen to it.
so they weren't super thrilled about it, but they kind of let me listen to it anyways, and just sort of trusted that I would filter out on my own like the stuff that was probably really super negative, and then the stuff that's more politically based or whatever. So, you know, they didn't really squash that per se, and they let me learn the songs I wanted to learn. I did get yelled at one time for playing Guns N' Roses in church. My mom was pretty pissed about that. Because it was my sister's wedding.
We've all been in trouble for
We was
playing something in
my
church.
sister's wedding is the big Baptist church in town, and was up there for rehearsal, and I'm just playing because I had to play. I played a Clapton song at the wedding, which you know he's a heathen.
Oh gosh.
So-
yeah, he's
But
like
I started
pot
playing some
smoking.
Guns N' Roses, like, and my mom comes in, she's like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "Guns N' Roses."
Nothing.
Quiet office. You stop playing that. I was like,
That devil,
I was
Bobby
like,
Boucher.
We are
but
in a
I
church.
can play some Clapton in here. That's
Doesn't make any sense.
right. I was
Oh, I
like, you
know.
know what? He sings about cocaine. They just sing about Mr. Brownstone. There's no big difference.
Right.
You know?
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Folks.
So.
Yeah.
I had to get in trouble in church once. They were like,
Once?
okay, more than once, but they go, we need an
Where's
offering
this conversation
song.
going?
They go, does anybody have an idea for an offering song? So I started playing Money by Pink. They all looked at me and go, just stop.
I don't know him.
I was like,
That's kind of funny though.
Money.
It's kind of funny. That kind of would work.
Yeah. No, I get that whole like playing.
can you guess what church?
I always thought that too. Like we weren't allowed
not
to
name any
listen
names.
We won't say
to. We
it.
weren't allowed to listen to most secular music, anyways, until we were around our cousins and stuff, and especially like in the late '80s. Prince was really big, and I would come home, you know, you don't want pretty mama, I know. Like, mom was like, what are you listening to?
It's
But my
Prince.
dad would listen to like Al Green and, you know, like Marvin Gaye, and it's just like, so
Marvin Gaye's fine.
Marvin, you know,
Stevie,
and I always thought, and not that we listened to a lot, but it was just like, there were some artists that we would listen to, and it's like, even Stevie Wonder had stuff about making love, and it was like, but
What?
it's about the same, it's the same thing.
He's wording it differently.
But no, AC/DC, nothing like that was allowed in our
well,
house.
even-
Like,
No devil
ever,
Was it
ever
50
allowed in our house. which
50s
is
and
fine.
60s, they still talked about making love. I mean, let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
Oh
and
my gosh,
I
sugar,
mean,
sugar.
yeah, that's just the same stuff, just happier melodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar, dun, 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 dun. Oh, honey. What is he talking about?
What's the hound dog?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but a
Hound dog,
Or
right.
bird dog.
What kind of hound dog? What do dogs do?
Those people from the 50s and 60s
Yes,
were worse
Tim,
than
Al Green.
us.
We need to do some Al Green.
Al
That would be so
Green.
awesome.
Mine was a little different. I I was a nerd. I mean, I listened to classical. And,
Oh gosh, please insert picture here.
Was.
Which one?
Oh my gosh, we have so many. Please insert picture.
I listened to classicals, Motown, all that stuff growing up. My mom came home with Ride the Lightning vinyl album when it first came out, Master Puppet. She had the original Kill 'Em All. Not Kill 'Em All. Yeah, it was Kill 'Em All. And then Guns N' Roses' first album. And she blared them in the house. And I'm like, what is wrong with you, woman?
You need to grow up.
What kind of
How
parent
old are you?
What kind of parent are you? And I'm like, 10? It wasn't until 92 that I actually discovered my calling, thanks to him.
You figured out your mom was right.
Yeah.
Well, no, I still don't. I'm not a big fan, Guns N' Roses fan or Metallica. I'm all punk.
I don't know
Ska.
what the world is going on.
Thanks
We've
to
known
him,
that.
though.
It
We've
was my
done that.
fault. I ruined it.
I know.
Like I have anything to say. I'm like over here with like all my old black folk music, and he's just like over there with his punk rock, and he's in the middle with his metal.
Who's
You know,
wearing all
and
black?
Christian.
Who's wearing all black, only black?
Yeah, that's true.
Who has the odd-looking tee on?
Yeah, that's true.
With a serial killer on it. That's pretty punk rock.
Yeah. So I think we all had our ways of parents adjusting to
Well, luckily,
our
my
music.
kids like my music.
Like, I know that whenever we would listen to, like, Madonna, the line was drawn in our household. Like, it was just like a Virgin was not allowed to be
That
sung.
harlot. Just
But
kidding,
we
I
would
like
be,
Madonna.
I would be back there making, like, playing with my Tonka trucks, and yes, I had them. And I would have G.I. Joe and Barbie. I'm like a virgin, like singing it to myself, like under my breath, so my mom won't hear me in the backyard. Or we had like Run DMC because they were everywhere in our neighborhood, and like LL Cool J, and we would start singing stuff like that. My mom was like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, so they reacted quite fiercely whenever we would
Negatively.
sing something.
My mom was happy when I found my calling.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen the movie SLC Punk. At the end of it, this guy comes down and goes, "Oh, you got to listen to this." He goes, "Oh, you don't shut off." I think it was Pink Floyd. Then he puts in Generation X, "Kiss Me Deadly." Well, I played the bass. I didn't play the electric bass at first. I played the upright bass. I was a nerd, wore the little hat, the little vest.
Super cool.
Good
Super.
guy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
the guy that was carrying the bass, was a target to beat that kid up.
Yeah.
And he brings me into the room one day and puts his tape in and goes, "You gotta listen to this band. Their bass in this band is awesome." And he put Green Day in When I Come Around. And since then, I went backwards and caught up on all the punk music. And I kind of stopped in the 2000s because anything after that's not really punk. It's just
Yeah.
You started as like an upright bass jazz guy, and I turned you into a punk rocker.
Right.
You're welcome.
I play punk on uprights.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what our parents thought about our music. But one more other question was, how is Lolli's Loops doing?
Lolli's Loops has taken a hiatus.
What?
Yeah, I'm
I didn't
taking
know
a
that.
break. I've been crocheting a few things here and there, but yeah, it really takes a toll on my wrist and my hands, and I just don't have time. Stop it. I really don't have time. It's hot to have a big wool yarn and all that on your lap, and oh my gosh, yeah. It's way too hot here in Texas to crochet in the summer.
Yeah.
It really
now
is.
you are working on
Some
some
things
things
you don't hear.
I am working on
Too
I'm
hot
try-
to crochet.
It's too hot to crochet.
like a
That's the
sauna.
sentence. I should have a shirt hashtag is too hot to crochet.
Not to crochet.
Because it can mean two things. I'm too hot to crochet, and it's too hot to crochet.
Literally too hot outside.
Too hot to
But
crochet.
I'm trying to catch up
Too
on
hot.
orders so I can sell them in the winter months. But that's only here and there. So that's how Lolli's Loops is doing. But if you would like to order something, I would be more than happy to order something for you. I mean, make something for you. So
Yeah.
there you go.
She's dialed it back a little bit just for time.
Let's go.
Constraints, yeah.
Simmer it down now.
So that was the final question.
That's it.
So thank you guys
YouTube
so
question.
much. Final
YouTube.
YouTube question. Thank you
Yes.
guys so much for watching. Thank you for your questions. And if you have a question for next week,
Two fingers.
leave it and we'll try to answer it. Thank you for all the comments. Leave us a comment too. Tell
Yes.
us what your parents thought about your music.
Yes.
Make sure if you like this video to go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment. YouTube loves to see that kind of engagement and they think it's great and they'll kind of help boost and support our channel too. So make sure you give us one of those.
I'm going to do a shameless plug. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's BitterBassMan, @BitterBassMan.
Yeah, if you want to follow him on Instagram.
You'll see a bunch of pictures of me and cats.
With an occasional
Yes,
bass.
that's
Yes, with
awesome.
an occasional bass.
Paul and cats. There you go.
Yeah. And he
Basement at
does
his
have a
finest.
YouTube channel. He just never posted anything.
I don't even know how to get into it.
You commented.
You forgot
You were
mine.
commenting.
No, that's just. It's logged in somehow, but anytime I go to open my video stuff, it doesn't work.
Want me to
I
fix
suck
it
at
for you, old guy?
No bass.
Technology.
I don't think you guys want to watch me all the time.
No bass.
I said
I
no
mean-
bass.
You think Ike's videos are, few and far between? This guy.
This guy.
I shoot little videos. They're funny to us.
This so-called devil juice helps me get through my workout, buddy.
And I'll send them to them.
Yeah, those are pretty funny.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
I mean, I'll shoot 7 seconds. You guys want me to post my 7-second videos? I'll start
Tim
going
said,
at
shameless bass plug.
it. Just like all the punk bands of today, I sold out, Tim.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Why wouldn't
he sold
you?
out. He sold out.
I sold out, man.
Sold out.
So you guys, leave us a question for next week. Subscribe, thumbs up, all that. Thank you so much for watching. Keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Don't play bass.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need bass players.
Yeah. You'll always have a gig if you play bass, though.
You'll
So
Yes.
You'll just be frustrated and bitter.
For all you guitar players that can't get a gig, play bass, you'll be booked every weekend.
And then you'll be like, oh, you play guitar too?
Yeah,
Put down
you'll
the
have to
bass.
use that one for the ladies.
Yeah.
Don't tell me to play. So I'm just filling in for this guy. I normally play this.
I'm normally a bass player, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I just play guitar for fun. That's where the fun is.
Bass is for the money.
Bass
Yeah.
is for the money. Money, honey.
See you guys next week.
That's awesome.
All right.
Okay.